Hello everyone, I'm back again today and we're continuing with part two of how anyone can sell. How anyone can sell anything to anyone. Before I go straight into the video, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Sandra Uko. I'm an author, I'm a Maxwell certified leadership speaker, coach, and trainer. I'm also your sales expert. And today we are continuing with part two of how anyone can sell. Everyone should be selling, and everyone ought to know how to sell. And basically, in the last episode, I spoke about the 10 listing on how you can sell anything to anyone. And today I want to delve it down for the 10 listen of one. Make it all about them. Make your selling or whatever you're pushing out to the world to be about the customers, about your avatar, your prospect. 2, do your research before you reach out to this prospect. 3, build rapport first. 4, define your buyer. Who are your buyers? 5, contribute first and sell second. 6, ask questions. Listen. 7, be mindful of psychological quirks. 8, approach them on their level. Hit an emotional high point. And 10, that's 9, hit an emotional high point. 10, remember you're selling to a person and not a now living thing. The person is living, the person is like you. And today I want to delve in, I want to go further to break it further, to speak about this 10 listing. Make it all about them. Do you have a friend or a family member who monopolizes every conversation, such that when you're discussing, all is all about him, all about what he has to do and what he is trying to pass along, And a lot of times we have that with a lot of salespeople who are so absorbed in what they want to speak about and not giving room for the other party to ask questions or to embrace whatever solution. And I'm sure you probably will not be able to, you will not want to listen to them because they are actually either pulling you or they're just being ignorant and not listening to you. They just, want you to listen to all their lengthy talk about their companies, about their offerings, and they're not giving you room to even imbibe or, get those informative questions or presentations they are saying about, or to know if you really are embracing or you have a clarity or understanding of what they are trying to pass on to you. A lot of times, they just come and push, and a lot of times what they do is they make their prospects not to be interested in their solution or their products or services. So a lot of times, so the cardinal rules of sales is always make it about your customers, make it about your prospects, about your buyers. Every email you write, voicemail you leave, demo you present, meeting you attend should place the focus on squarely on your prospects, on your audience. Constantly ask yourself, what's the relevance of this prospect, or what is the relevance of this product to this prospect? Customize each really interaction accordingly. You're speaking to different people. Different people embrace different things. Find out what they know, what they like, what is it all about for them, what would they give attention to. Because if you do your research, number 2, we'll be talking about the researching about your prospects before reaching out to them. The moment you research about your prospect, you know what they want, what they're interested in. You're able to, customize your presentation to suiting what they want to do, or what they're looking for, what the problem is, what you want to bring on the table to solve the problem. If you expect buyers to give you their time, learn about them. You need to spend time about them first. In the age of social media, you don't need to call them or anything. Just go online, search about the company, about their prospect, what they are doing presently. And you can get this information on LinkedIn, Twitter, companies' press release, competitors' press release pages, the blogs. You can get a company financial statement, Facebook. And with Google, it has made everything so simplistic, such that anyone can go online to find out about a company before even reaching out to them. 3, you must build a rapport. Have a good rapport first. You must build a rapport with this prospect. If a customer entered a retail store, you wouldn't immediately say, hello, would you like to buy this blouse? You are likely start by asking, how are you doing today? Then what brings in you there today? How may I be of service to you? You might sprinkle in comments like, I love that top you're wearing, oh, I love the cologne of the hairdo you have on. Such will break down any ice or any any psychological feelings that that person is, carrying, or the person is being angered or probably not in a good state of mind. Such questions and such pleasantries will break that person down and make that person, receptive to wanting to talk to you. If you notice your prospect, like you do, if you notice that, oh, this is going to be your prospect, you need to do a quick Google research of your prospect, knowing what they want, what they are doing, what they are new, what their strategies are, what they like, and what businesses they are doing presently, what problems they're encountering now, and find out how you can stand to provide solution. And four, define who your buyers are. You need to know who your buyers are, so that whatever you're presenting will suit that level, that group of people. This might seem like a paradox, but the secret of selling anything to anybody is not attempting to sell just anything to just anybody. Whether you are in a retail store or you are in a wholesale store where you're selling in large quantity, you need to find out and be familiar with the characteristics of your target buyers thoroughly, and qualify each prospect, because there are some prospects that they are not the ideal buyer. So you don't want to waste so much of time talking to people who will just say, oh, good solution, and will not even make any move to buy. You need to find out who the buyer is, and so that you can whatever time you're spending with the buyer, you are actually getting to the right source, and you're able to turn such a prospect to becoming a customer of yours. 5, contribute first and sell second. If you're defining your buyer correctly, you will spend the majority of your time, talking about their business, talking about how their business is doing in the market. And the customer will be very excited because you seem to know about them very well. You will spend majority of it, rather than, moving to and fro doing things that will not be profitable. You are spending the right time talking to the business leaders who have problems, and that your services or products can solve. But just because this doesn't mean they do. You must contribute first. Find out what they want to do. Find out what they are doing. Find out, and because you have been able to gather so much information about them, you're able to contribute. You don't just jump into your pitch and start saying, my software is able to do this, my product is good, my product is the best. You must start in contributing. Whatever conversation you've made such prospect in, or whatever they are doing presently, you must start by saying things in line with that discussion before you go into what you want to sell, or you want to get the buyer's attention. So 6, you must ask questions and also listen. Once you ask questions, give them room to answer, and you must ask the right questions, not the questions that will give you a yes or no answer, because that's just too straightforward. You want to ask probing questions that will cause them to speak back to you. No matter how thoroughly you have researched about your prospect, you can't seem to know everything about them. There would always be gaps in the knowledge that you have gathered. So give them room to explain what they are into and what gaps that you need to fill. Here are some examples of questions you might ask. How did this happen? Perhaps they're discussing, telling you something. Ask them, how did it happen? What are the most important features for you? Has it been all this about this way? Has it been this way all the while? How should this product make you feel? Not do you like this solution? Would you love to buy it? And the person says yes. And okay, how would the person buy it? So you must ask probing questions that would make them speak and interact with you. 7, be mindful of psychological quirks. Our brains are wired to respond to certain situations in specific ways. Being aware of psychological tricks can help you harness them to your benefit. Here are just a few of them I'll be mentioning: anchoring effect, the decoy effect, rhyme as season effect, loss aversion, big end rule. So you must understand how these tricks play out to you as a salesperson. The information we receive first acts as an anchor against which we can evaluate all further data. This is after you have gathered your information. Every information you gather can be an anchor for you to start your discussion. Decoy effect, a third option, can sometimes help people choose between, because you already know, so you're able to discuss based on the possibilities. Rhyme as reason effects. Rhyming statements seen throughout their non-rhyming ones. Sometimes, the things you have that looks like what the company would love, or maybe same name of the company, or, a bit of same characteristics, they are drawn by that. The peak end rule, people remember the end and a high point within a presentation more vividly than any other section. So sometimes you're discussing with someone and just you say a word during the presentation, you must also look at the people you're presenting to find out what discussion or what point you made that made them felt very good or very high, and you think that is the point. And once you're able to take such points, you're able to drill down, and you'll be able to get what other thing the customer would be ready to embrace and take and run with, or buy your solution, or want to have a further discussion with you on that. Approach them on their level. You must know what level they are, and in order for you to be able to approach them so that you can be on the same level. It is great when a salesperson brings their unique personality to their selling process. You need to know, but bear in mind, you should always pay attention to your prospect personality. You must pay attention and tailor your approach accordingly to what your prospect's personality is all about. Our personal attributes have an impact on how we like to be sold to and what information will be prioritized. Once you are able to know what the prospect's personality is and how his buying capacity could be, the person is able to embrace your product and want to talk further with you rather than closing the door at you. There are four main personality types I was talking about. The assertive, the amiable, the expressive, and analytic. You need to know what level or what personality type your buyer is and has. And the assertive person is interested in results. He's just interested in results. Just go straight to the point. That's what he wants. He doesn't want so much long of a discussion. He wants you to go straight to the point. They want to know what's the bottom line for what is in it for my company. The amiable person is interested in creative ideas and big pictures, visions. He wants to know what you have in for them. He's interested in creative ideas. The big picture. What's the vision? What's the end goal? That if you embrace the solution, this is what your company will begin to start doing. What is the big picture for them? Expressive, interested in people and how ideas affect others. You must be interested in them. This set of people are interested in people and how ideas affect others. How will your solution affect the organization? How will it affect the individuals working for them? Analytics. This set of people are interested in facts. They're interested in figures and data. They want you to come up with data. So, and these are points, that drives them and, gets their personality type. Knowing such a person likes to see facts and figures and data. You need to come prepared, come with such facts and data, what your software has done in time past, what it is doing with other competing software, and how it will help them. They want to know what is the fact, what is in it there for us. 9, eat an emotional high point. When presenting, I told you already, you must find emotional point. There is a saying that says people buy perception, people buy packaging. It is what they see that they buy. So there's no such thing as purely rational decision. There's no decision that is purely rational. Like it or not, our emotions color how we process information and make decisions. With this in mind, salesperson who appeal solely to their buyer's logic, just their buyer's logic, are doing themselves a disservice. So you must find out a midpoint. It's an emotional high point. What is happening that strikes, and what every sales message, presentation, and meeting should speak to the prospect emotion as well as the rational mind, according to how you want to sell your product to them, according to how you want to reach them, according to the decision making. You must find out, what emotional high points it is in for them, so that you must find out, because with those emotions in place, you're able to make an impact in their decision making, in either to go with your software or look for your product or look for something else to do. 10, remember you're selling and not a non-living thing. So you must put yourself in their shoes. When you are selling countless outreach, emails each and every day, it's easy to forget that leads. It is easy to forget that leads are people. They are human. And because they're humans, you have to treat them as one. They want to be treated as such. So you use your mind as a litmus, but use yourself as a litmus test. Would you like getting emails incessantly, your mails are being bombarded, you have too many emails being sent in a day, would you appreciate voice message dropped every second? There is a good chance for such a buyer. The buyer wouldn't want to have anything to do with you. So it's important to be a professional in sales, but it's also important to be personable. Know, put yourself in their shoes. Buyers have lives outside of work and things they are passionate about that have nothing to do with their jobs. So build real rapport with your prospect by letting the conversation drift to their personal life every once in a while. I'm not saying every time you see them you want to talk about personal issues, no, but once in a while when you are discussing, allow your discussions to drift into their personal life. It doesn't have to be all work, or all the time about personal issues. You sometimes allow the business to drift into personal. I have a story I want to tell about the clients I actually dealt with some years back. This customer, I met with her once or twice. She worked me out because she said she didn't have a need for my software and she had no need as a dev for my software. But I got an in-house information that there is a need. But I couldn't, of course, mention the person who gave me the information. I went back the third time. I said, how do I reach this woman? How do I break in? I had decided to write a mail writing the reason why I'm coming to see her, the reason why I think my solution will be of use to them, and thinking, okay, this is a problem I think their bank is actually facing. Do you know, after that mail, the woman gave me an audience, she gave me an appointment, and I knew I needed to get prepared to meeting with her. So I went, whatever question you want to ask, we are ready to make sure we get the deal. And guess what? We did not only get the deal, we also sold to them, we upsell, and we did a lot of business with them. And beyond that, we became friends, such that we had dinners on weekend when she had celebrations with her kids' birthday. I was there, I was able to, we became personal. We became friends outside of the business world. So I want to encourage you, whilst even talking to your buyers, please try and sometimes allow your conversation to to drift into their personal life. They're also human. They want to be appreciated. They want to be loved. They want to be cared for. And that's why these days, the banks and the insurance company on your birthdays, they try to want to recognize and send you gifts or send you happy birthday messages and the rest. So go beyond just, trying to push in your product, and all you are interested in is how you want to sell, but not caring about the other party. Sometimes they want to also be talked to. They want to be listened to. I want to appreciate you. I hope this has been able to meet this was impactful to you. And please, if this is your first time, please kindly like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you can often get more updates from me. And if this has been a blessing to you, also please share with your friends and your loved ones. Again, and I told you this is a part 2 of how anyone can sell. Perhaps you have any question, drop me a mail at the comment section. You can reach out to me on any of my social media and my name is Sandra Oko, my humble self. You can often reach out to me, drop your questions. I will always reach back to you. And if you have any question, any selling tips you're looking at for, questions that you need to be answered, you can also send me a mail. I'll be able to reach out to you. I want to thank you for following me. I want to thank you for being on this channel. I want to thank you because without you, I will not be out there, doing this video. So please help share, like, and spread the news. Let others be impacted. Let others benefit from this series I'm doing. Thank you very much and have a blessed day. Bye.
Have you got a copy of this book, Can Anything Hold You Back? Subtitled Making a Difference? You need to go get it now. We are called not to fit into the pattern of the world, but to stand out. These can only be achieved by being self-aware. This book is available now on Amazon.com and Jumia.com as an ebook as well as a print book. It is also available for purchase on www.sandrauko.com.